The story begins with Travis, a young man, walking into a room, only to find it occupied by two other guests, Enga and Victor. "Sorry," he says, "must have the wrong key." He turns to leave. "No, please come in," Enga insists, "we're checking out anyway." She invites him in, and introductions are made. Victor offers Travis a drink. Travis politely declines but offers them his own bottles instead. Soon, all three are drinking. Enga excuses herself to take a shower. When a long time passes and she doesn't return, Victor goes to check on her. He finds her unconscious on the bathroom floor. He cries out for Travis's help, but Travis doesn't react. He just watches, his expression completely blank. A moment later, Victor also collapses. Travis then makes a phone call. Guards from the hunting club storm the room. They bag the unconscious couple, load them into a car, and transport them to a secret facility. It's revealed that Travis is an agent who kidnaps people for the hunting club, marked by its insignia tattooed on his hand. When Victor and Enga finally wake up, they are in a prison cell. Guards soon arrive and drag Enga away, leaving Victor to scream helplessly. The scene shifts to Scott and Amy. They are scheduled to be married in 1 week. Their happy moment is interrupted by Scott's friend, Carter, who has arrived to take him on a bachelor party. Reluctantly, Scott leaves Amy and goes with Carter. They head to a dance bar where their friends Mike and Justin are waiting. Justin walks with a limp and uses a stick for support. While they are enjoying themselves, two young women named Kendra and Nikki approach them. The women invite the men to another, more exclusive dance bar located far from the city. The four friends agree and rent a car. The driver is a notably rough-looking man. They arrive at a building in a very desolate, remote area. The four men go inside, but Scott notices that their driver remains outside, watching them intently. Inside the building, they are the only patrons. Suddenly, Scott's phone rings. It's Amy. Mike annoyed mutters, "If that were me, I'd switch it off." He and the other two walk ahead. After finishing his call, Scott turns around to find his friends have vanished. He calls out their names, but no one answers. He is completely alone. Suddenly, someone shoves him into a wheelchair and pushes him wildly through the corridors. He is forcibly made to drink alcohol. Terrified, he's wheeled into a room where his friends jump out, laughing. It was all a prank. Kendra and Nikki are there with them. After some time, Kendra takes Scott to a private room. Mike prepares to go with Nikki, but she notices Justin standing alone. Feeling sorry for him, she hands him her card instead. In the room, Kendra attempts to seduce Scott, but he refuses, citing his deep love for Amy. They end up giving the room to Mike and Nikki. Scott, feeling sick from the excessive drinking, goes outside to vomit in a barrel. He notices the car driver is still there, watching him. When he tries to go back inside, he finds the door is locked. As the driver begins to walk slowly towards him, Scott passes out and collapses. Later, we see a vehicle speeding towards the heavily secured hunting club building. The next morning, Scott wakes up in his room with his friends. He asks why the driver was watching them for so long. Carter replies that he had been paid in advance. Scott then asks where Mike is. His friends assume he's still with Nikki. They try calling him, but his phone is switched off. The truth is that Mike is in a cell at the hunting club. At first, he thinks it's another prank, but his panic escalates when he sees Victor in the cell across from him. Guards arrive and drag Mike away. They take him to a special room, scanning his hand, and strap him to a chair. A curtain opens, revealing a large audience of wealthy business clients. Travis and Fleming, the manager of the hunting club, are also present. The clients are playing a game, betting on Mike's life. Some select the family option. This time, the game involves a professional killer. The clients bet on what the victim will scream for as they die. The ones who guess correctly win. As the killer approaches, Mike screams for his family. The family bettors win. The killer marks Mike's face, gags him, and offers the audience a choice of weapon. Some select a driller, but the killer chooses a surgical blade. He then proceeds to brutally cut Mike's face off along the marked lines. Mike writhes in agony. The killer holds the severed face up to the audience, who erupts in applause. His task complete, he leaves the stage. Meanwhile, Mike's friends are growing frantic. Justin suddenly remembers the card Nikki gave him. They go to her address. Finding no one home, Scott and Carter break in through a window. They are immediately confronted by Kendra and her friend, who are holding guns. "It's me, Scott," he says. "Our friend who left with Nikki hasn't come back. We're looking for him." Kendra replies that Nikki is also missing and she's been searching for her. At that very moment, Travis is preparing Nikki for the next game. She is bound and unable to move. The killer enters and begins to pour a liquid, a cockroach attractant, into her mouth and over her body. The audience watches with anticipation. The killer then opens a box and releases a swarm of cockroaches onto her. As she screams in terror, the roaches crawl into her body, killing her in a horrific manner. Scott suggests calling the police, but Kendra dismisses the idea, saying, "Isn't it common for people to disappear here?" They won't even start an investigation for at least a week. Travis takes a photo of Nikki's body, and they begin preparations to dispose of it. The friends are back near the first dance bar, when Justin gets a text from Mike's phone, "Sorry for bailing." Justin immediately texts back, "Where's Nikki?" The reply comes, "She's sleeping," accompanied by a photo of her corpse and a location. The friends immediately race to the address. When they arrive, Justin waits in the car while the other three enter the hostel. The door is open, and they step inside the room. Suddenly, a masked figure appears and sprays them with a knockout gas. In the car, Justin sees suspicious activity, people being hastily loaded into a vehicle. He gets out, but Travis confronts him and sprays him in the face. Justin manages to hit Travis with his stick before he too loses consciousness. The hunting club team takes them all away. When they wake up, they are all in separate cells. Guards arrive and drag Justin away. As they pass Carter's cell, Carter calls a guard over and shows him the hunting club tattoo on his own arm. The guard immediately releases him. Carter steps out, a completely different person. "What is this?" Scott asks, shocked. "This is the elite hunting club," Carter replies, walking off with the guards. Justin is strapped into a chair on the stage. Carter is in the audience, watching. A woman appears and begins to shoot arrows into Justin, one after another, brutally murdering him. Next, they take Scott. They dress him in a groom's coat and strap him to the chair. The killer enters, and Scott stares in disbelief. "It's Carter. They brought us to the wrong place at the right time," Carter says. "Why are you doing this?" Scott asks. "Because you're about to marry Amy, who I've always loved," Carter replies. "I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to marry her." Carter picks up a weapon. But Fleming announces, "Let's take this game to another level," and remotely releases Scott's restraints. A brutal fight breaks out between the two former friends as the audience watches, entertained. Scott tries to escape, but the doors are locked. In the struggle, Scott manages to cut the tattoo off Carter's arm. He uses the piece of flesh to scan the door and escapes the room. Grabbing a weapon, Scott runs. At the same time, Victor has managed to overpower a guard and escape his cell. Travis informs Fleming of the breach. Fleming orders all prisoners to be killed. Victor finds an axe and uses it to destroy the building's main electrical system. The entire building, including the CCTV system, goes dark. In the darkness, Victor ambushes a security guard, but in the ensuing gunfire, both are killed. Scott, running through the dark, finds a room filled with the clothes of previous victims. By sheer luck, he finds a working cell phone. Guards are sweeping the building. Scott manages to call the police, but before he can give the location, Travis finds him. Travis sees the phone and informs Fleming. Fleming tells his clients there's a power issue and evacuates them. Scott gets his hands on a guard's gun, kills him, and uses his key to free Kendra. As they try to escape, Travis appears and shoots Kendra, killing her. Scott runs into another room and stops, horrified. He sees the mutilated bodies of his friends. Travis corners him. A final, brutal fight erupts. Scott overpowers Travis, cuts off his hand, and kills him. Realizing the operation is compromised, Fleming sets a 5-minute bomb to destroy the entire building and all the evidence. He runs to his car, but Carter is hiding in the back seat. Enraged that Fleming betrayed him by releasing Scott, Carter stabs him and then runs him over with the car. As Carter drives away, he sees Scott emerge from the building. Carter stops the car, gets out, runs to the main gate, and locks it from the outside, trapping Scott. He gets back in his car and speeds off. A moment later, the bomb detonates, and a massive fireball engulfs Scott. Carter, having betrayed his friends, returns home and just as he planned, begins to charm the grieving Amy. Suddenly, Amy's demeanor changes. Scott appears, his head a mass of half-cooked burnt flesh. They overpower Carter, strap him down, and begin to torture him. The film ends with Carter's agonizing screams.